Hi there, it's Murungi again. This evening I want us to talk about sleep. What is sleep? Sleep is a physiological behavior that is common in all human as well as in animals. It forms around one third of a human life. How one third of your life is spent sleeping. So this is an important thing for us to talk about. Yes, during sleep, there is suspended sensory and motor activity. When one is asleep, he or she either totally or partially goes unconscious and nearly all voluntary muscles are inactive. Why do we require sleep? Why do me and you require sleep? Yes, to recharge the brain. During sleep, the brain gets a chance to shut down and repair neurons as well as to exercise neural connections. We require sleep to give the brain an opportunity to reorganize data, to find help and solutions to problems, to process newly learned information, and to organize and archive memories. Yes, we also require sleep to slow down. You know, a person's metabolic rate and energy consumption. We require sleep to enable the body to restore mental energy, supplies that have been depleted during the day-to-day activities. We require sleep to give the cardiovascular system a break. We require sleep to replace chemicals and repair muscles and other tissues that are aging or even the dead cells. We require sleep to release growth hormones for children and for young adults. We require sleep to lay down long-term memories. You know, when you sleep, especially for students, it's important for success because your information is stored in the long-term memory. Now, how much sleep is needed? I think this is important for us to figure out. For newborns, they require up to 18 hours of sleep in a day. For children between 1 month and 12 months, they require 14 to 18 hours of sleep in a day. For children between 1 and 3 years, they require 12 to 15 hours of sleep in a day. For children aged 5 to 12 years, they require 9 to 11 hours of sleep in a day. For adolescents, they require 9 to 10 hours of sleep in a day. For adults, including the elderly, they require 7 or 8 hours of sleep and above. For the pregnant women, they require 8 good hours and above of sleep in 24 hours. Now that sleep is this important and it helps us to slow our metabolic system, to give the cardiovascular system a break, to replace chemicals, repair muscles, to replace the dead cells in our brain, to release growth hormones to the teenagers and to young children, to lay down long-term memories for all of us. We should focus on having a routine to get ready for bed. And I want to start with the routine that we should have for very young children. For young children, calming the child down by playing a quiet game together will prepare them for sleep. So when you do this every day, they know when we do this, then we have the next thing and the next thing and the next thing is sleep. Letting the child choose what pajamas to wear. You take them to the wardrobe. You ask them, select your pajama, the one you want to sleep in today. You're preparing them psychologically to get ready for sleep. Getting the child to brush teeth and to go to the toilet. When you get them to do these activities, you are preparing them for sleep. And every time you do these things, they get used, they get synchronized, and they know it is 1, 2, 3, and then bedtime. You can also listen to some soft music with them. And last but not the least, you can add to this list reading or telling them stories. When you read stories with them, they even fall asleep as you read the story. So when you keep to this routine, then get used to it, it becomes internalized, and I'm telling you, they'll be falling asleep before you even finish the whole routine that you've set up. And this will make it very easy for parents and house helps. Keeping and following the routine systematically without disruptions. Then for adults, how can we prepare ourselves to sleep? Because it's also important. Set and keep bedtime for everyone in the house. Yeah? I have friends of mine in the US, they have an alarm that rings and switches off all lights in the house when it's time to sleep. So you see everyone running up and down, putting on pajamas, brushing teeth, because the lights won't go off up to the next day in the morning. Yeah, so set and keep a bed time for everyone in the house. And let it be agreed, even when guests come, the routine should not be broken. Let them follow suit, Have children do homework as soon as possible after school in order not to struggle with them right up to bedtime. Yes, as this will interfere with everyone's sleep and the quality of sleep. When children are not allowed to sleep enough and adequate sleep, it will disorient them in the next day. So let homework be done earlier on during the day so that at night a child does not sit up to very late doing homework and the next day they don't study a thing. So if you want a child to study, let them do homework on time and have enough time of sleep without being woken up so early to finish up homework. The child will be anxious. There is no learning that can occur. So let us understand the things we need to do to help our children. Do not terrorize them with learning. Learning has to be enjoyable, and interesting. Put children to bed 30 to 60 minutes before adults retire. Yes, before you go to bed, wakuwe washalala. You've kissed them good night, you've covered them, you've switched off their lights. If they're in boarding schools, then whoever is in charge, the matron of the school, goes around, the dorm teachers or the house mothers goes around and ensures that all children are safe and there is no danger. There are no snakes, there are no tadpoles, there are no rats, and it's a good environment to sleep in. All windows are closed and all that, and then you can switch off the lights and wish everyone good night. Yes. Avoid taking caffeine. You know, people like taking coffee. Avoid taking caffeine at least 6 to 10 hours before bedtime. 10 hours is almost the whole day. Huh? So avoid taking caffeine 10 hours before bedtime. 6 to 10 hours to bedtime, sorry. Yes, to bedtime. And avoid eating 2 hours before going to bed. Eating a big meal or lots of fiber right before sleeping is particularly discouraged, as this can cause indigestion, and then you don't sleep well at night. You know, your tummy pains, you have gas, you're constipated. Oh, we don't want that. You know, avoid alcohol right before going to bed. I'm not intruding on anyone's privacy, but I'm just making it known to you that actually it's important to avoid alcohol before going to bed, if you can. Though a glass of wine can make you sleep as fast as possible, it can also wake you up later on, you know. For children, actually, you can give them a warm glass of milk. It will make them sleep faster. Exercise or simply move during the day. This will bring on the good tired feeling. Try not to exercise just before bed unless it is stretching or you're doing yoga. So you can walk as much as you want, exercise as much as you want during the day. Not when you're about to go to bed. That's when you're putting on your pajamas and you're going marathon or you know, going on treadmill. No, you do those things during the day, and in the evening you're quiet and relaxed, and your body is being set for sleep. Okay? Yeah. Ensure the room is at a comfortable temperature. It is actually, you can put on some dark and soft music if you keep having trouble falling asleep, but also make sure the room temperature is cool. It's not too cold, it's not too hot, because then you can't sleep. Ensure the temperature is just appropriate. Keep all distractions, especially pets that may disturb your sleep, out of your bedroom. Don't bring pets into the bedroom. Yes. I remember when my children were young, they had a dog, a house dog called, what did we call it? When I remember the name, I'll give it. And this house dog, they loved playing with it and walking it, and it followed them everywhere. But as much as you want to keep your pets, please. It was called Safi. So as long as you want your Safi to follow you everywhere, whether it's a house dog or a house cat, please do not take them to the bed. Yeah? It's very important that you keep them out of bedroom, especially when children are allergic. You don't let them go to bed with them. They can play with the dog during the day, and the dog can be cleaned and trimmed. You know, every day the dog is cleaned, washed thoroughly, brushed, such that no hairs are falling off. And then children can play with it when its hygiene is up to date, and also when it has been taken for medication. You do not want them to get diseases, you know. Yes, but that story for another day. All I'm talking about today is sleep. I don't want to deviate, so please do not bring pets into the bedrooms. Okay? All right. The other thing that I want us to talk about is that keep daytime naps up to 20 minutes. Always make sure you get some time, 20 minutes and nap. Yeah, for an adult like me and you, Take 20 minutes of nap between lessons, yeah, between office time, some 20 minutes. You can walk out, maybe during your lunch, you take your lunch and then you rest. Yeah, or you arrange and make your time, but make sure you get nap of at least 20 minutes every day. Yeah? Yes, it will help refresh your mind and help your body to cope with the stress of the day. Don't run non-stop. No, you need to take a nap. Depende. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Avoid working for at least 2 hours before bedtime. Oh, this is a challenge for all of us. Also, I'm a culprit of this. I work until my eyes start closing. You know, when you can't keep them awake anymore. So, if it's possible for you, depending on your job routine, avoid working at least 2 hours before bedtime. If possible, that is. It will help your body to fall into sleep. And also, you can read something, you can shower, you can play games with family members. If you're married with your husband, if you have big children, you can make jokes with them before they go to bed. You can go and see what is happening in their bedrooms. Cover them, throw pillows at them, talk or watch TV. But then turn the TV off at least 30 minutes before you go to bed. All right? Having said that, I think I have covered what I wanted to cover today. So as you go to bed tonight, make sure if you do not have a routine for your family, you start a routine that you can follow through for your children and for their dogs in your house that cannot be broken. Yeah? Even when you have visitors. When they come, let them follow suit. Let them follow the routine of your house. This will make everyone to respect your family. And your children will know they are important over everyone else. And that the rules in the family are more important than anything. And they'll be following them. And they'll learn to be obedient. And as they grow, they'll learn these things and they'll take them to their own families. Thank you for listening. I hope you've learned something new. Have you? See you in my next video. Bye-bye. God bless you.